Why are you not saying that we're live?
Happy Friday, you animals!
Live? I'm very
No,
confused.
I was playing a little tricky trick. It's Friday, y'all. We're here. We're Bruce.
And Stephanie.
And it's Comics and Beer, your Friday night live stream. Are you guys ready for this? I can tell you right now, we just finished getting ready. I don't even know if we're actually really ready, like 30 seconds ago.
But we sat down and I was like, oh, good. My hair is like softball hair, like the wind was blowing it, and it's not done very nicely.
Now, we had Little League, softball, gymnastics, so many things happening tonight. I didn't finish trivia. I didn't finish getting in the news. I didn't do the straw poll. I did the
straw poll, guys.
She did the straw poll. We didn't finish setting up until like the last minute. So, we might be a little shaky tonight, but guys, strap in. It's Comics and Beer. It's your Friday night live stream. If you guys are new to the channel and you've never been here, where have you been? But we're glad to have you here because we're going to show you what Friday nights are supposed to be about. And Omar, I saw your comment. You're tired? You're tired? Well,
we're tired.
Wake up. Wake up. It's Friday night, y'all. It's Comics and Beer. Like I said, it's a 1 hour live stream where Stephanie and I are going to give you guys all the latest comic book news relating to movies and TVs. We never get to the comic book news because we get caught up. Stephanie's yelling about all the things, telling me that I pee on the floor. We both know I don't pee on the floor. And you know who? Sleepy Reader dropped the facts on you guys. Stephanie's peeing on the floor and then blaming it on me.
It doesn't sound like something I would do. Why would I pee on the floor and then also have to clean it up?
But what's the other thing part of the show? I handle the news. What do you do, babe?
I handle the beers and keeping you people entertained. But the beers mostly. I didn't have to go to the beer shipper today because I've been picking up beers so much that we had a bunch left over. So not today, this week. So it was nice. I just went to 7-Eleven, got some lottery tickets and a bag of ice. Didn't win anything. And the ice was subpar.
Oh. Subpar ice. I was disappointed with that ice. I was disappointed. But yes, so we talk about comic book news, we drink some craft beers, but we do some trivia. Just like we mentioned, we just finished writing it a little while ago, and we did Omar Reyes' idea of famous comics and their creators. So we're going to throw out a comic, and we're going to ask you, who wrote it? Who drew it?
Quickly Google it.
So if you don't know, you're going to have the Google fingers. Enter and hope your internet is fast enough. Yeah, so we do trivia. But why do we do the trivia?
Guys, so you can be entered into end of the month giveaway.
No, we do giveaways on this channel?
Oh my God, he acts surprised every week. Like, would you get with it, Bruce? How many times are we going to pretend, like, feign surprise?
Every single week. Every single week, I'm going to feign surprise. Yes, we do giveaway the last Friday of every single month, which is what? Next Friday, y'all.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's already the end of the month. It's crazy. School is going to be over in like 4 weeks.
That's insane. But yes, end of the month giveaways next week. This is your last chance to get your entries in. We get 10 questions. We might do more to that. I don't know. We'll see how many people are sticking around after the 11 o'clock hour. But we have 10 questions. That's 10 chances for you fine folks to get your entries in.
Whew. Wow. That was a long explanation about the same thing over and over again. All right, Bruce is going to pour some beers while I say hello to chat. You guys were here so early. I'd like to say that apparently YouTube erases your comments if you leave them very early, because Las Cruces was on at like 11 o'clock this morning. It was like, well, we left like 3 comments. And then like a couple hours went by, and then Ignacio came on and was like, Las Cruces with the first comment. And then a couple hours went by, and then Ignacio's comment was gone. So it's like, oh, there's a ghost. But a bunch of you bitches were on now. We left a bunch of comments. So I'll pick out the best ones, and only they get spoken to. Just kidding. I'll say hi to everybody. Richard Anderson, reminding everyone that we are the best comic book couple. And you are correct, Richard. So you win a prize. You get to watch the show.
Salud.
All right, don't do that. Sam King was second. Then Las Cruces was third, even though technically he was first. You're not first, you're last. 20th Century Comics here to remind everyone to smash the like button, which I truly appreciate. And then he also asked me if I'm all caught up on the 2 best indies, Department of Truth and Berserker, which I was like, yes, if you mean by caught up, I mean up to date on wiping them with my butt. Wiping my butt on them.
She took a second to get there.
I sit on them. That's what I do during the show. If you guys see me doing this, it's because they're underneath me. I'm like,
Hey, Department of Truth is worth a lot of money, but don't be doing that to that.
Nope, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Omar Reyes Jr. is here representing the choice of comic book trivia for the evening. Stephen, hi there.
This week's Holland Blog winner.
Oh, yeah. Ignacio de Maglia. Oh, better go past all the comments so I can find someone new. I know that I saw Tugan Pedro.
Tugan.
Saw Damon Andrew, James Gallegos being the wrench. Well, wrenches. Peter, good game. What is going on?
What's up, Peter?
Did I miss anyone? So much pressure. Oh, Jessica's here. Hi, Jessica.
Jessica's
finally done partying her ass off now that she's like, I graduated and I got a job. No big deal. I'm going to get drunk for 3 weeks straight.
You say hi to Sam King? Or Adrian
Padilla?
Padilla?
To Sam King. I'm not up to Adrian Padilla yet, but hi, Adrian. I think I've gotten everyone. If I didn't get you, please leave a comment on our Instagram so I can tell you how much I don't care about you.
Wow.
And then we're just going to go over to the beer cam, and I'll show you what beer we are drinking. It's Fractal Citra Idaho 7. This one's made from potatoes, apparently.
Oh, potatoes.
I don't really know if that's true. Is beer made from potatoes?
No, it's not.
6.8%. It's vodka that's made from potatoes?
Yes.
Vodka is made from potatoes. So there's some vodka in here, guys. It's only 6.7%, so hopefully Bruce keeps his shirt on this time.
They want to see my God, I can't even say the word.
Your non-symmetrical nipples?
There we go. Symmetrical. My symmetrical nipples.
Sophia said something to me about, what does symmetrical mean? And I'm like, it just means that it's like even. She's like, I'm like, you learned about the lines of symmetry in school. She's like, that's symmetry, not symmetrical. I'm like, where do you think the word comes from? She's like, they don't sound the same. I go, does electric sound the same as electrical? She's like, yeah. I'm like, then symmetric doesn't sound like symmetrical? Right over her head. Whose birthday?
All right, guys, real quick. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, get yourself subscribed. If you haven't hit the bell.
Wait. Jessica, is it your birthday? Did you not tell me it's your birthday? Do I know it's your birthday? Did maybe you tell me and I didn't put it? I put everyone's birthday in my phone. If I knew it was your birthday, I would have put it in there. I'm going to check right now.
She's checking. But guys, hit the bell because you guys want to know when we post new videos and when we go live, like tonight. Also, just gently touch the like button. Make sure it's depressed enough so you guys get a like on this video. But guys, let's talk about the drinking game. That's right. We do a drinking game each and every single Friday. Let's come with some beer. It's beer. We drink. So what are the rules, babe? Read them off to the peoples.
Every time one of these things happen, everyone has to drink. One, I go on a rant, which is going to happen probably in like 2 minutes. Let me tell you about the rant. No, I'm just kidding. But you're going to have to drink. When Bruce tells a story that is loosely relevant, I don't even know what that means. Relevant to what? Nothing. That's what all of Bruce's stories are, loosely relevant to nothing. We talk about reboots every 2 seconds. So you guys will be really drunk by the third one. Whenever Bruce can't remember the name of a movie character, also, like, he doesn't need to even be drunk to do that. Every day of our lives, he can't remember the name of any movie character. Bruce opens a beer before Stephanie finishes the last one. Also, every single time, because Bruce is an alcoholic.
Not alcoholic. I just like to drink on Friday nights with my people. Yeah. So that's all the business. You guys know the drinking game. You know the trivia is coming up at 10:15, 10:30, and 10:45, and then we rapid fire at 11:07 questions. You guys are not new to the show. Stephanie, you want to talk about the GoFundMe before we go any further, or is that all done?
I mean, you guys could go on it, but I just spoke to my sister and she found out she's going home in like 2 weeks. So you guys are probably cool.
Okay, so you guys are cool.
But I do appreciate James remembering and posting it, and you guys are amazing. But Nicholas is doing really well, and they just have to do like a couple more trainings to make sure they know, because apparently once a month you have to change the trach out, and it's like a tube that goes down your throat.
Yo.
So you have to like take it out and then like clean it and
that's tough.
Yeah,
that is tough.
So she has to like get a bunch of trainings. They have like different trainings every week, and she has to be fully prepared, and then she can go home.
Great. That's amazing news. So guys, we usually talk about the shows that we're watching before we jump into the news at 10:15. The shows that we are watching so far this week is Shadow and Bone and Mythic Quest. Which one should we talk about first?
I'm trying to put Jessica's birthday in my phone, so carry the conversation.
Wow, I'm all about myself now because she is being a friend. Because she didn't know her birthday already.
Listen.
All right.
Jessica and I are new friends, so it hasn't been her birthday since.
You guys have been friends for like a year. So
well, we've been friends since like the day after her birthday.
Okay.
So I didn't know it.
Okay.
I didn't know it.
Okay. So Shadow and Bone. It's a Netflix show. If you guys haven't watched it, it's been out for a few months now. We started watching it. We're on like episode 5, I think. 4 or 5. It's okay. That's going to be my review on that because the acting is okay. The story is somewhat interesting and cool. There's magic. There's like evil creatures. But that's not the cool part of the show because these people have powers. They're basically like Avatar, like The Last Airbender. There's some fire people. There's some wind people. There's guys that control shadows. And there's one girl who control the sun. They call her their sun eater. Or
sun seeker. Or sun beamer. Sun catcher.
That's another
whatever. Cool. Bruce doesn't like it, but
there's another part of the show where there is a group of bad guys that are tasked with going to capture and kidnap the sun seeker. And that's the cool part of the show because they're actually interesting characters. I
don't hate it as much as Bruce do. I think it's pretty interesting. They're doing a better job than half the other shit we've watched in a while. And it's not like the best thing I've ever seen, but I'll certainly keep watching it. Like, I don't like hate it. And we're never going to watch it again. Yeah, but there's a lot of shit we've watched. We're like, never again. So.
And then we watched Mythic Quest.
Mythic Quest. This is season 2 of Mythic Quest on Apple TV. So we already know it's amazing, and it's continuing to be amazing.
It's a really good show. It's really. They
do a great job of like casting, and the characters are all over the top, but like in the best possible way. Except for that one lesbian girl that they have that I don't like. Yeah. She's over the top in the worst way.
She's terrible. We don't like her.
They have like 2 lesbian characters. One's cool. The other one's just. It's a little much. You'll watch it and you'll agree.
All right, so guys, we also do a straw poll each and every week. We'd really appreciate it. Everyone in chat, there's 15 of you guys in right now. If you guys just voted, it takes you guys 2 seconds. Click on the link.
You should hit the like button. If there's 15 of you and there's only 13 likes, like what's going on?
Definitely vote because we're going to talk about, I think, 3 or 4 reboots tonight. So get your glass ready, fill it up, but also let us know what you guys think of reboots because our question is, read it off, baby.
Should Hollywood continue to reboot old movies and TV shows? You already know how we feel about this.
Because tonight we're going to talk about there is a Turner and Hooch reboot that we've spoken about before, but there was a little behind-the-scenes clip thingy that we watched.
It didn't even make sense, the whole clip.
But we're going to talk about it more later, but there's some other reboots that we want to talk about. And yeah, what do you guys think? Should they continue doing them? Because they're taking things from like, the late 80s, early 90s and rebooting. It hasn't even been 20 years. For some of the things that they're already rebooting, because Turner and Hooch came out in the early 90s, I believe, late 80s, early 90s, and it's like, come on, barely, 30 years, I guess, right? It's 2020.
Tom Hanks is old as shit, so yeah. But Adrian Padilla said that the first 6 episodes of The Nevers was promising, and I could not disagree with you more, Adrian. We started watching it, and then we turned that shit off. Once you find out how they got their magic powers, it becomes stupid as shit. And then they just drone on. There's so much unnecessary dialogue in that show, and Bruce falls asleep every time we watch it.
I do. I made it through the first episode. The first episode of The Nevers I thought was pretty good until the very last scene, and I was like, that is dumb as fuck.
And Stephen Hayner understands me. That's right, Stephen. No, but louder. He wrote it in all caps. He gets it. Bruce read my straw poll. He's like, what does that mean? No, but louder.
I didn't get it.
He doesn't understand me like you do, Stephen.
All right. Before we forget and I get any more drunker than I already am, we're going to read off James's pick of the week. James Gallegos is a really good friend to us. Stephanie actually said that she does care about him so much that she loves him, which is really important because she doesn't even say love to her kids.
Actually, Bruce and I had a conversation the other day about, I'm like, something about love. And I was like, I only love like 5 people in this world. I'm like, you, the kids, my mom, and my brother and sister. And like, apparently James Gallegos is now a part of this list. So he got added on.
So he's a wrencher of all wrenches. He helps out every single show, dropping links, just doing things that we can't do because we're in doing the show itself. And we wanted to give him a piece of the show to show our appreciation for him. So he has the ability to send us either a news article he wants us to talk about or a comic book that he read this week that is his pick of the week. And this week is one from actually last week, which we forgot to do. Sorry, James. But we're going to read it off. Actually, Stephanie's going to read off his pick of the week. And it is...
This week, I am going with Silver Coin number 2. As a lifelong horror fan and a big collector of horror comics, this was a great story. Do you guys agree? Issue number 1, written by Chip Zdarsky, was pretty good. But Kelly Thompson's writing on this was like watching an 80s horror movie.
Love Kelly Thompson.
But unlike a lot of those movies, all deaths were on screen and were done so well. This was such a fun book to read. I just wish they told me a bit more about the backstory of that cabin in the woods, but I guess the mystery of the whole thing might be why it was so good, as some writers tend to put too much into the story.
All right, guys. So that is James Gallegos' pick of the week from last week. Sorry, James. We suck. But yeah, Silver Coin 2. I haven't read it because it's in the box or over there, ready to read. Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot of books that are ready to read.
There are a lot. Stephanie can't talk shit because she has a short box over there that's full of books that she hasn't read. So
I'm busy. I'm busy.
All right, guys, it is time for trivia. And like I said, we are doing the famous creators of famous comic books.
Jessica's very surprised that I love someone. And she said, what about David? Don't try to put me on the hot spot. Like, what about David? David and I are best friends, but that doesn't mean I love him.
All right, guys, like I said, we're going to say a comic book and ask you who either wrote it or drew it. So get ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
She's
First
ready.
person in chat. If you got this right, gets an entry into the end of the month giveaway. Let's go.
Who was the writer in artist on Sin City?
The writer-artist. Not the writer and the artist. The writer-artist.
Writer-artist. It's supposed to be a slash. I forgot the slash. I was doing it really, really fast.
Writer-artist. Who's the writer-artist in Sin City? Oh, everyone forgot. Just kidding. Sam King was first, according to my YouTube page.
Oh, yeah. Sam King was. Get rid of that. And get rid of this. All right. Now we can get into the news. I hope the news is actually interesting in the week because I collected it really fast. Sam King.
Sam King.
Perfect.
All the way in Canada.
All right, so we talk about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on this show. It seems like every single week he's doing this. He's doing that. Black Adam's doing this. Jumanji 3, whatever the hell it is. Well,
he just keeps flexing real hard. He's like ripped as shit. How is his skin even on him? Imagine how gross he's going to look when he's old and he can't work out like that anymore. He's going to be like Sylvester Stallone where he gets like all his skin pulled up.
I don't think he'll do that. He'll go the route of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It'll just be saggy boobies.
No, he's still. You can tell.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is still like he works out a little bit, but he's still got like floppy jalopies.
Well, he's old as fuck. So what do you expect? But The Rock is not slowing down one bit. So I don't think The Rock will ever do a Marvel movie because I think he's too tied into DC. Because. Where's the button I want to hit? Not this one. This one. Nope, not that one.
Come on,
this
bros.
One.
You're embarrassing me.
So he has signed on to voice Crypto in DC's League of Super Pets, which is going to be an animated feature featuring all the pets of DC.
It's so stupid.
And you know who Crypto is, right?
So stupid.
Tell the people who Crypto is.
Superman's dog.
There you go.
I only know that because he's got an S on his chest. And because Crypto is short for Kryptonite, which is also stupid. Why would you name your dog the one thing that could kill you?
Krypton. He's from Krypton.
I guess. I think of Kryptonite. I don't think of Krypton.
You're thinking of everything that could kill you.
Well, how is Crypto short for Krypton? It's you take one letter off and now it's a shortened word. That's dumb.
Why are you yelling at me? Why are you yelling at me? So
short for Kryptonite.
So he's gonna voice Crypto. They haven't signed anyone else on to be in this movie so far, but The Rock's production company has also signed on to help produce this film. Obviously, if he's gonna be in it, he's might as well gonna get some coin from it. So he's gonna help produce it. So that's cool. If you're into DC's League of Super Pets, well, The Rock is going to be in it. And if you're a Rock fan, well, guess what? You got more Rock coming at you.
Well, like Sam King just said, he doesn't think The Rock has ever read a script for signing a contract in his life. And I have to agree because he's just like, whatever, I'll be in it because people are going to love me no matter what the movie is. Give it to me. And they're like, all right, you're going to be a dog. And he's like, fucking, I'm going to be the best dog there ever was. And people are like, everyone's buying dogs now because The Rock played a dog.
All right, so we've talked about also Zack Snyder on this live stream a bunch, especially leading up to DC. The director's cut of Justice League. Sorry, it took me a second to get there. But his movie Army of the Dead is out on Netflix or HBO, one of the two. I believe it's Netflix. But he made a rule on the set of this movie that was pretty interesting, I thought. What do you think a director would do?
No farting.
No farting.
That's what I would say. No farting or picking your nose.
So when you see behind the scenes on sets and like directors are sitting down and they're like watching things behind cameras and people take photos and like showing these things on sets with their names on the back of them. That's a pretty popular thing in movie sets, right? The chairs, people sit in them, directors sit behind things. Well, on Army of the Dead, he actually said no sitting. You are not allowed to sit while on set. And he said it was actually really good for him and the actors because they were forced to communicate with each other because I guess a lot of people probably sat in their chair
and look
at the phone. But this forced everyone to like stay in character and like stay engaged. And he said this was one of the best movie experiences for him all around. And I can see that happening because when you can sit down, I'm sure like the chairs have pockets and like the whole things. And there's like, oh yeah, so check my phone.
Start sitting, you start getting bored and falling asleep. Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Also, Jessica, I had a hair in my shirt. Thank you for noticing. I was like, feels like there's like something, like you have a hair and you're like, it's there and I can't get it. Also, Bruce opened a beer without me, so I drank.
I'm sure James saw that and called it out. So we also talked about another movie last week that had a bunch of casting. Do you remember which movie that was?
Every garbage movie ever.
No, remember? Knives.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about Knives Out, but that's not exciting. This beer we're drinking is called Tears of Green.
I guess this is
New
exciting.
England IPA, dry hop. Galaxy. If I don't show you, Bruce will never do it. He'll just barrel through the news.
I will always do it. And it's more. Don't worry.
At the end of it, it's even funnier because he'll do this every single time where he just
barrels
barrels through everything.
I don't even know.
And then he goes, we should really talk about the beers more in the next show. I'm like, oh, should we? Should we, Bruce? Should we talk about the beers more?
Do you guys see that? She almost hit me.
7.5%. 2 for flinching.
Well, we talked about Knives Out last week. There's a bunch of casting. Dave Bautista, who was in Army of the Dead, is also going to be in that with some other people. Don't look at this. Guess who is a female? She's a pretty big name actress. I don't think she's been in anything recently, but she's been in a lot of things.
Salma Hayek.
Salma Hayek. That was it. I know she is actually in it from last week. She's going to be in it.
I just thought because who else? Like it was like they had a Spanish family in there, and I'm like, who's the Spanish woman that they just love to throw in there?
Kate Hudson. Do you like Kate Hudson?
I guess
I like some of the romantic comedies she did. She also did that.
She looks so much like Goldie Hawn in that picture.
Yeah,
that's bananas. I don't feel like I've ever thought she looked like her mom, but she looks just like her mom right now.
What's up, Flash Ray Videos? How are you doing this evening? But yeah. Goldie Hawn was also amazing in what is that name of that movie?
Overboard. Yes,
such a great movie. The movie is like one of the best.
I know everything.
But this is one of the casting, and I thought it was cool. It's good casting. I like Kate Hudson. I will go on record saying I like Kate Hudson. She's also those romantic comedies she did with Matthew McConaughey. I don't know, they're really bad. I enjoyed most of them though. I don't know. This beer's got a weird aftertaste. Oh,
I don't hate it.
All right, there's one other casting news that came out this week for Knives Out. Leslie Odom Jr., who I looked at his IMDb. He's mostly done Broadway. He's done a few films recently, but he
kind of looks like Broadway. He was in Lovecraft Country.
I can see that.
He looks like the guy from Lovecraft Country.
A little bit. The other guy, I think, has a wider face. But he's a newer name that I did not know. So
apparently, David Andrews eating bugs during our show, which is rude. You know this show. You eat bugs after. That's the rule of this show.
David Andrews, you do not eat bugs. Bugs is disgusting.
Bugs is disgusting. Not are disgusting. Is disgusting. Bugs is disgusting. That's Bruce. That's what Bruce sounds like.
Father. Hocus Pocus.
He's so drunk.
Hocus Pocus.
Yes. I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
It was like our childhood. Hocus Pocus. We made the kids watch it with us.
Jack was really into it.
Yeah. They all like it. They're just such pains in the ass. Anything we watch with the two older ones that isn't from like this last 2 years, like the animation is terrible. This is stupid. This is so old. Like they force themselves to hate it because it's older.
Well, I did the kids wanted to put something on the TV today, and they were gonna. I know Nate was gonna put on something that was just gonna
Watch Mitchell's versus the Machine for the 45th time.
something. But when I went on Netflix, The Last Airbender came up, and I know you said you loved that show, so I put.
What is it called?
The Last Airbender.
Oh yes, Avatar: The Last Airbender is an awesome show.
So I put it on, and Nate was like, "Oh, what are you putting on? This is so dumb." I'm like, "Just leave it. If I come back downstairs and take a shower, and this is still not on, you're gonna be in trouble." He came there, and he's like, "Dad, this is such a great show."
Yeah, it's a fucking amazing show.
So he's like, "I can't wait to watch this on Monday." But going back to Hocus Pocus, do you think that there needs to be like a reboot, a sequel?
Is it because Sarah Jessica Parker can't get work anymore because nobody wants to fucking see her horse face?
Which one? Which one? Do you think they need either of those or no?
They don't need it. If they remake it, I'm gonna be pissed. That casting with Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker and the other girl whose name I don't know.
Kathy the Jimmy
is
the Jimmy
perfect, and it should stay that way forever. And that cute little girl who loves Binks the cat, she was perfect also. And they can't remake it. And Sarah Jessica Parker is too old and gross to make it into anything else.
Read the title, babe. Read the title.
Hocus Pocus 2.
Officially announced, targets a 2022 release with the original cast. The original
of course,
cast.
Because nobody wants to watch any of those old bitches do anything anymore.
It's coming back. But they're with a new director. The all other director is actually doing a Broadway play right now, so she can't get out of that right now.
Oh, how dare she?
So
also, how sad was Beaches? You guys ever see that movie with Bette Midler?
I think I did.
That was like from the 90s.
But the big thing with the Hocus Pocus 2 is just that it has the same cast. The big three, they might bring back other people. Who knows? Maybe they'll bring back new kids. Who gives a fuck? Why they're even doing this is beyond me. But supposedly the whole cast and crew is so excited to bring Hocus Pocus 2 to you.
What's going to happen? What are they going to do? The witches are gone. The virgin candle's been destroyed. They still have the book. And Binks is dead and turned into a ghost form and went back with his sister that he didn't save. It's over. But the witches are going to come back. No, you're supposed to be young still because you like suck children's spirits out, but you look old as shit because there's only so much makeup you can wear, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Is that a rant? I don't know. All right, we got one thing to talk about before we do the next trivia. What you want to be for? There's 21 people on what? We went from 15 to 21 so quick. What's going on, guys? Smash the like button. But name. All right, we're talking about Marvel movies. I just turned my screen away so she couldn't see it. Marvel movies. There's an actor who wants to work with James Gunn, and you think he would like to be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Who is it? He's old. I would say no. He's not like Morgan Freeman old. But he's like in his he's 50s.
I don't know.
And everyone does like the 6 ways to
Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon.
7 degrees of
7 degrees. There we
Bacon.
go. So I guess Kevin Bacon was in a movie with James Gunn. I guess it's called Super 2010 Super. And yeah, he is totally down for being a cameo. And I guess there's a running joke within Guardians of the Galaxy of some song that's played that Kevin Bacon did that Footloose song to.
Footloose.
There's like a whole dance.
Kick off your Sunday shoes.
So he would totally be down to be doing a Guardians of the Galaxy cameo.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? How about they have Kevin Bacon redo the Tremors movie? I'd watch that before I see him in Guardians of the Galaxy. But it has to be original cast. I want the exact same movie. He just does it again, but he's old as shit.
I don't think you can, because I think one of the guys died. Like his friend.
Well,
with the
then
guns.
they're gonna get some actor that kind of looks close to him, and they're gonna make it really painful and awkward. And it's just gonna be like close to him, but he's really a bad actor, and they remake it.
Jades, can you just remind us, and if you can, and just repeatedly hit chat for 10:45 for the straw poll after we do trivia. But it's time for trivia! Wah, 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 wah.
I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
She's gonna sneeze, but we're gonna spin the wheel. If the first person to answer this correct question,
this is why I can't let. I had sneezed and it just ruined the whole show. First person in chat to get the answer correct wins an entry into the end of the month giveaway. Bruce can't speak. He's too drunk.
I'm not that drunk. I've only had 2 beers.
This is 4 beers. Who is the writer for the comic saga of the Swamp Thing from 1982?
Ooh.
1982 is 38 years ago.
No, it's longer than that.
It's 38 years ago. I know because I'm
yes.
38 years old and I was
yes.
born in 1982.
David Andrew. Yes, yes, yes.
There's like everything we put, someone keeps writing David Andrew.
Whoa.
Is it Crane?
Crane.
Is it Moore? Is it
More?
Alan Moore?
More. Alan Moore. Omar Reyes Jr. Just so you know, Omar, I'm a junior too.
I was just gonna say that.
First row junior. Omar Reyes Jr. We're basically best friends. Except
when's his birthday? When's his birthday?
October 18th. You knew that already though, right, Omar? Of course you did. Of course you did.
I was asking when Omar's birthday was, not if Omar knew your birthday.
Oh, yeah, we know.
You guys have the same birthday?
Yeah, same birthday. Same birthday. All right. Back to the news. So there's this movie, Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Great movie. Bad Boys 2. Great movie. Bad Boys 4.
Life.
God.
Garbage.
Fucking awful movie.
It was almost like they were pranking
God.
me. I was waiting the
pranking
whole
me?
time for Ashton Kutcher to run out and be like, punked! But they didn't.
God.
It was just so bad. It was like, you're really my mother, and then I throw you into a fire, but I have to save you because I love you, but then I don't, and then I just want everything in this movie to be over. Like, the action scenes weren't even that fucking cool. It was so bad. So bad!
Compared to the first 2 Bad Boy movies, that movie was fucking terrible. So bad. But it did well enough that the directors...
People fucking loved it. We are like a minority of people who hated that
fucking
bad
loved
boy.
Endgame.
There's a
So
lot, and they also love John Wick. You guys have questionable taste. Questionable.
well, we have the best taste, obviously.
We have the only taste that matters. Omar Reyes' birthday is September 18th.
Oh,
So it's like almost, you guys are almost identical. And Stephen Haynar's is June 22nd. It's coming up, Stephen.
are you putting everything in your phone? You better be.
Fine, I'll put Stephen Haynar because I want to be able to say happy birthday, Stephen Haynar. Is
Some
it on a Friday?
hi-
Is it on a Friday? Let's see. June 22nd. Nope, it's Tuesday.
So, going back to the directors of Bad Boy for Life. So, there's a character within the DC universe that has been talked about having a movie for a while. It just got announced this week that the directors from Bad Boy for Life will be taking over this movie. So this movie's finally happening because that's been like on, off. So it's back on. It's going to be a direct to HBO Max movie, which kind of has me hesitating to make this is going to be any good at all. And if you watched Bad Boys for Life, you're probably thinking, oh, fuck, this movie's going to be terrible. I'm right there with you. But we're talking about Batgirl. Yeah, so Batgirl, which is Barbara Gordon, is going to get her own feature film on HBO Max, but it's going to be directed by Adil El Arib. And
I don't even know.
These guys' names are impossible to pronounce if you are straight from New Hampshire in the United States of America. But yeah, so these guys, but there's also the writer is going to be the person who wrote The Fabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn, which I thought was a terrible script. And she also wrote on The Flash, and it's Christina Hodson. And that just, I am not down for this movie. I think that movie's going to be a hot piece of shit.
All right, I've got everyone's birthdays in my phone. So congratulations, Omar Reyes, Stephen Haynor, Richard Anderson. You're going to be getting happy
David
birthdays.
Andrew, when's your birthday? I need to know when your birthday is. So what did you think of Anthony Mackie in Falcon in the Winter Soldier?
What did I think?
Let the people know.
You guys already know what I think about that stupid fucking mustache and his terrible fucking acting and the over-the-top fucking bullshit fucking garbage they shoved down our throat throughout the whole fucking thing. I think he's terrible Falcon. What is up with the facial hair? It's so distracting from everything else.
Okay, so besides that,
terrible. He was terrible.
So
could have done such a better job.
We know that he's going to be in Captain America 4. How many Captain Americas do you think he can last for?
one, people are gonna hate him. It's not gonna stick.
You think so?
Oh, he's got a stupid face, and he doesn't pull off that like good guy but tough guy routine. Like, no.
Do you think
I think I could beat him up.
You think one cap and that's done?
Are they really even going to make one? That would be a waste of money.
Yeah, no. Captain 4 is announced with him. He is Captain America.
I'm going to make sure I boycott it so it only does one. Everybody will sign my petition. I'm sending it in the chat right now. It's the stroll poll. We're putting down names, and we're going to make sure it doesn't happen.
All right. So Anthony Mackie did an interview, I think, with Variety, and Variety asked him, was like, "How long is your contract within the MCU? Because you've been in 4 or 5 movies so far, plus the TV show. Let us know." And he's like, "Well, if they can let me do it for the next 2 decades, I'm totally down."
Of course he is, because he's not going to get hired for anything else because he fucking sucks.
So
he sucks and just happened to land this role.
So
and now they're like, you're tied into it, and we only have like 2 other black people, so you have to be it forever. Stupid. Also, David Andrews said you missed his birthday. It was on April 29th.
Shit. I'm
also,
sorry, David.
Jack Barziza says that he just signed into the show on his PC and his son's account is signed in. So now he's listening to it in surround sound and he's able to like it an extra time too, which we appreciate.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much.
That.
Also, Comic Reporter said listening to Bruce say foreign names is reminiscent of listening to George W. Bush say foreign names, which is very true. Bruce, I don't know. He's missing the part of his brain that allows him to say anything that isn't like terrible.
That's anything. If it's not straight up just American, I can't.
American.
I'm just really bad.
So he can say like dances with wolves and like things that are American.
I can't say like I struggle with certain words like soldier.
If there's 2 consonants together, Bruce shuts down. Where's the vowels? Where are the vowels? And then he can't say anything. I gotta put David Andrews' birthday in my phone. Excuse me.
So you know who John Boyega is, right?
No.
He was the guy who played the Stormtrooper in the latest Star Wars movies.
All right.
You know who that guy is,
I
right?
do, yeah.
So
he's like Ray's like bestie.
Can you try to remember this? So he did this movie back in 2010-ish, called Attack the Block. It's a movie that's based in England where there's a block that gets attacked by aliens and these kids fight off the aliens. It's supposed to be like really good. It's like this sci-fi movie. It's supposed to be really, really great. It's the film's 10-year anniversary right now. And John Boyega came out and he confirmed that there is going to be Attack the Block 2. I can't say if this is good news or bad news. I do like John Boyega. I thought he did a great job in Star Wars, even though his part, like, I think they did a terrible job with what they could have done with that part. But overall, I think he's a decent actor. I heard only good things about Attack the Block. So, if you guys like this.
See, but look how badass he looks. He could be the Falcon. I would be afraid if he was like, I'm going to kick your ass. Well, he'd be the Falcon first.
Oh, Falcon first. Okay. But yeah,
I'd appreciate that.
If you guys saw Attack the Block, you guys definitely should be excited about that. And everyone that's ever talked to me about that is super excited about that. We're going to talk about a kids movie next, guys. We always,
Wait.
Will the Beast Fitness is in the house?
That's what I was trying to get to. Jesus Christ. And he called me slightly sexy.
This has to be Sean.
He called me slightly drunk. He called me straight up sexy.
This can't be Will. It has to be Sean.
No, it's Will. He's up late doing some
sexy? He's calling us sexy? It's weird.
He's at the age where he knows where sexy is. And he knows what's up. He knows like I'm like a cougar.
Well, Will. Cheers if you call it. It's weird, but I love it. But I know there's a lot of parents on right now. You guys have kids. We have kids. We're forced to watch cartoons for our kids. But guys, I love cartoons. I stood in line. I was the first person in line in New York City whenever How to Train Your Dragon 1 came out. I was the first person in line at a certain viewing, and there was another guy who showed up right behind me with his girlfriend. And we both locked eyes. We're like, yeah, we're going to get the best seats in the house. And the girlfriend was like, fucking losers. And I was like, I don't know. I want to see this movie.
Haters going to hate.
But you like Adam Sandler, right?
I think he's okay.
Yeah. Oh, you don't love Adam Sandler?
Bruce loves Adam Sandler.
I love
Adam Sandler was good for a period of time where he did a bunch of funny shit. And now it's not funny anymore. And enough. Enough, Adam Sandler. Enough.
I think he's lost some of his charm for sure. 31st Dates is hands down one of my favorite movies of his. Spanglish is one of my favorite movies of his, and Reign Over Me is one of his favorite movies of mine. But he also does
one of his favorite movies. Adam Sandler loves it, and Bruce also kind of likes it.
But what is his cartoon franchise that is really, really big?
I don't know. Doesn't he did that?
Hotel Transylvania. Oh my god! Just trying to like
the 8 Crazy Nights.
No, this
Hanukkah movie.
Oh my god! So Hotel Transylvania is coming out with a 4th film. The trailer dropped this week. I actually sent it immediately to Stephanie. What'd you think?
I think it's so dumb that Johnny's now going to be a monster, but looks like that. Like, his wife is a vampire. Just suck a little of his blood and turn him into a vampire. Now you're some weird, grotesque dragon thing, and that's the monster you're going to be. Your wife is going to be alive forever, and you're going to die in like 40 years. That's where the movie should be. Make it a little dark for kids. Accept that death is a part of life. Johnny's going to watch his child only be like 10 years old, and then he's going to die.
Wow.
That should be Hotel Transylvania 4.
So, guys, if you guys haven't watched the trailer yet, definitely check it out. But the premise of the new movie is that Johnny wants to become a monster so he can be accepted truly into the family. But what's his name? Van Helsing.
Drac?
No, Van Helsing.
Oh, Van Helsing, the weird guy with the ventilator in the wheelchair.
Has a ray gun that he can shoot you and turn you into a monster. But if the ray hits a monster, it turns them into a human. So it basically is like Freaky Friday. All the monsters that get turned into humans, and Johnny gets turned into a monster.
It's like Freaky Friday, but on a Tuesday. Dumb.
All right, last bit of movie news.
You heard it here first.
Last bit of movie news before we get into the TV news, that's where most of the reboot news is. But so you watched the Hotel Transylvania trailer. What did you think about the trailer, anyways? Before we get into this, I loved it. I think this would be hilarious.
It looks just like every other movie. Just every single one of their movies, they're very similar. I'm sure we'll get a couple chuckles. The kids will watch it a bunch of times. It's not gonna be terrible. It's not gonna be like Moana, where I'm like, oh my god, Disney, you've done it again.
I've watched Moana,
it's gonna be
no joke, like 50 times.
The same fucking movie. It's gonna be the same fucking movie again and again.
I know, but when they shoot the Invisible Man and they show him, it's so funny.
It's okay.
All right. Next piece of news. Snake Eyes trailer dropped. I believe it's Steven Hayner, slipped into our DMs. Was like, Bruce, did you see this? And I was like, fuck, no, I didn't.
Look at you, Steven. Look at you.
I love when you guys do that. When you guys slip into our DMs and you give us hot news, it's just like you and us and you. We're close, guys. But what do you think of this new Snake Eyes
Your
trailer?
birthday's in my phone now, so.
What do you think of the new trailer?
So, this will be surprising for everyone, but I actually thought this trailer was pretty fucking awesome. Also, I really appreciate that even though this is technically just rebooting G.I. Joe for the 4,000th fucking time, it's not a G.I. Joe story. It's a Snake Eyes story, which I can get on board if they do reboots like this, where they take a character from within the 40th fucking reboot and then do like an origin story or a different spin on that story. I can accept that.
You can accept
I will
that.
accept that. And I really like the guy who they have playing Snake Eyes. I think he's a good actor.
So the actor that they have playing Snake Eyes is Henry Golding. He was the actor in Crazy Rich Asians. He was the really rich Asian man that was marrying the normal, not poor, but normal American.
She's so weird. She's not a millionaire.
I'm going to say this trailer looked whack. Steven and I went back and forth a few times. He was really excited about it, and I was just kind of like, you know what? The fight scenes just don't look up to par. There's a fight scene where this girl is on a bike, and she jumps off the bike, jumps off one side of a trailer, jumps off another, and goes to hit people with swords.
She's like parkour, hardcore.
It looks like she's 7 feet away, and she's stretching her arms out. No, she should be fucking slicing and dicing those dudes. And
Don't tell her how to live her life.
Everything just looked like they was struggling to look cool, and you should just look. This is fucking Snake Eyes, motherfuckers.
Whoa.
Whoa. He should be the baddest motherfucker out there. And
also, Greg is here. That's weird.
Wow. Greg
is here? That's just weird. We also didn't say hi to Tyler, and he came here too. And also Villain Issues. We missed a lot of hellos.
All right, so say some hellos.
But it's weird that Greg is here.
Say
That was
some
it. That's all
hellos.
the hellos I'm saying. That's it. It's
What's
what
up,
I
Greg?
see on the screen.
Tyler, I watching your video where you got those comics and they were like signed, your Ice Cream Man, and they came out busted. I've had a similar experience. I didn't win them. I ordered a book and it came like that, and I was fucking pissed. And I feel you, bro.
James is yelling at you, Bruce. That it's time for the straw poll.
Oh, straw poll. Is it? Oh, it's 10:45. Let's do straw poll. Actually, I'm gonna drop the straw poll now in chat because there's a few new people, and then we'll do the straw poll after. So the straw poll is: should Hollywood continue to reboot old movies in TV shows?
This is why Bruce is not allowed to read anything. You guys think I'm joking? Bruce cannot read. He's out of like a 4th grade reading level. Everything. This is why he sticks to comic books.
Read it.
That's why.
Read it.
Should Hollywood continue to reboot old movies and TV shows?
All right, I said shoes instead of shows.
4th grade reading level.
God,
this is why comic books are like perfect for him. Like 4 words per page. It's all he can handle. And no one has to hear him read it out loud.
All right, guys, this is trivia time. First person to answer the question correctly in chat gets an entry into the end of the month giveaway, guys. We are doing famous comic books and their creators. So we're going to say a comic book and ask you who the writer or artist is. Who was the artist on the comic The Killing Joke? The Killing Joke.
It's so funny when I kill you. It's so funny. James Gallagher says this is a reading rant. What was Stephen Hayner got it right.
My chat's on that.
Hayner. Best name to say ever. Ignacio said Alan Moore.
Nope.
But you were wrong.
Oh, that's the writer. That's the
writer. Bruce asked who was the artist. I know you probably heard writer because Bruce probably read it wrong. But if you look at your screen, it says artist.
Guys, 25 people in chat. Please take a second. If you guys are not subscribed, get yourself subscribed to the channel.
Guys, we're up to 913 subscribers.
Wait, 13? Really?
That's what it says on my screen.
Ow! We were 910 when I last looked, guys. I'm beyond words for how fast this channel is growing right now. You guys are amazing. You guys in chat right now are the true supporters of this channel. I'm not joking. You guys are the first people to comment on all of our videos. You're the first person in chat. You guys always here on Comics
I wanted to try this honey one.
I really, really appreciate what you guys do for this channel because I know you guys are also spreading the love. So you guys are legends.
Two Gun Pager said you should stick to audiobooks, and I agree.
Two Gun, Angel, come on. Come on.
Also, Bruce is going to show you this next beer. I was actually
this one's really good
to drink it. It's called Petal Prophecy. Sorry.
Really
honey IPA, which I had never heard of before. And I actually bought this like 3 weeks ago, and then we just never got around to drinking it. 6% proof, but I've never had a honey IPA. Is it going to be smooth? Is it going to be sweet? I don't know. Is my throat going to feel better after I drink it?
It's really good. It's very smooth. It's delicious. So what's the proof on it?
6%.
Nice, smooth 6%er. That's really, really good. So I'm going to do the straw poll real quick, guys. But I do want to take just a second and congratulate Comic Book Poser on hitting 1,000 subscribers. I know he's over that mark already. But Poser has been a big supporter of this channel for a very, very long time. He's won many, many gifts from us. He's a great dude. And I just want to say congratulations. So that's all I want to say.
Everyone agrees you're slurring more than usual, and Greg says he missed slurry Bruce, which...
Well, Greg,
that's your own fucking fault, Greg. Where have you been?
So,
where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from? Cotton-Eye Joe.
Cotton-Eyed Greg.
So what are we voting for?
I would say no, but louder. Clearly, no, but louder.
All right, so we're voting. And now show results.
No, but louder is in for the win. Because that's how everyone feels. No, you shouldn't reboot shit.
Wait,
but louder.
3 people said continue to reboot. All right, raise your hands in chat right now if you said yes.
It's definitely Greg. Definitely Greg.
So Greg wasn't here too late.
I don't give a shit. He came on just to say yes to reboots.
Because he wanted to fuck with you.
Because he wanted to fuck with me. Yes. I'm going to guess who it was. Can we tell who it was?
No.
Villain Issues probably because he likes to be a dick.
All
I
right.
already said Greg Tyler. I could see Tyler also doing it just to rub people the wrong way. He likes to do that. Ooh,
That's
definitely
his whole thing.
Michael. Definitely Michael.
You talking about 20th
Voted
century?
yes, definitely Michael.
Oh, Michael, if you do want that Wolverine book, just tell me. I'll send it to you. No one on Instagram wanted any of the books I put up on the last claim sale. So if you do want that, let me know and I'll send it to you. We're on to TV news.
We made it all the way to TV.
Do you like Henry Cavill? What are your thoughts on him? Superman,
I have no thoughts on him.
The Witcher.
He means nothing to me.
Do you like The Witcher? You liked it, right?
It was okay. We were like, it got so
It's
weird.
so weird,
So
right?
many episodes, and we're like, are we gonna keep watching this? But we powered through it.
It was some
It
good
was like,
stuff.
because it went like to the future, but then the past, then it was the present, then it was the future. And you're like, what timeline are we in? Stay in one timeline for 2 episodes,
Or at least
please.
let you know where you are.
So hard to follow. So hard to follow.
So
I have no fucking. I don't think he was amazing in The
Superman.
Witcher. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, the acting! I can't
sure.
believe it. Like it was,
I thought the girl was really good.
The girl did
The
a
witch.
better job, yeah. But he was like, he's here.
What about that old TV show Highlander?
There can only be one.
Exactly. You watched that, didn't you?
Yes.
Of course you did. Everyone watched that TV show. What would you think of Henry Cavill being the new Highlander?
Why is there a new Highlander? That's my question.
A
Just
reboot, obviously.
go and just replay old Highlander. People will watch it. Just put it on Hulu and people will watch it.
So this is reboot number 3 we're talking about tonight. So if you haven't drank for those, please do. James, are you keeping track of the rants? Because you should, because I'm sure Stephanie's on like 7 or 8 by now. You guys should.
Rant count.
Oh, we knew.
Rant count.
Oh, James, we need you to have access to abilities.
Also, Richard Anderson wants to know what the fuck is up with the BNS koozies.
Okay.
And Tyler said he couldn't vote because of the stupid work internet. Why are you logged onto the internet at work? Use your phone data like a real subscriber would do and go over their limit on data so they can vote on our straw poll.
Tim Burton. What are your feelings on Tim Burton?
I actually think that Tim Burton is amazing. He does different shit. Like he does shit that you don't expect. I mean, some of his shit is weird. That Alice in Wonderland movie he did.
I'll say I don't like his new stuff. His old stuff is brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
He's an innovator. He thinks outside the box.
My favorite thing when I was in college was, I was like a film TV student. So like I had to write some papers on people. And one of the papers I wrote on was Tim Burton. So I had to do this whole research paper on him. And I found out he worked at Disney, and everyone at Disney thought he was weird as shit because they'd go into his like office and he'd be like under his desk writing, or he'd be on top of his art desk writing, and he would cut himself and then like drag the blood along the walls.
I mean, that's weird as shit. Who wouldn't think that's weird as shit? Everyone thought he was weird, but really he's a genius. No, that's like the borderline between crazy and genius, where like he does fucking shit that's amazing, but also he's pretty fucking crazy.
No, he's
on the edge.
He's on the edge. But Big Fish is one of my favorite movies of all time. That movie is so good. The first Batman, genius, so good. But I will say his most recent stuff is hot garbage. I don't like it at all. But one of my favorite TV shows that my parents forced me to watch growing up, which I absolutely fell in love with, was the Nick at Night Addams Family. The original Addams Family. I don't know when that's from, probably 60s, 50s, 60s, right?
60s probably.
60s.
It's still black and white, so.
Still black and white. And James Gallegos, if you could do me a favor and look up when that original Addams Family TV show came out. And they've tried to reboot it so many times.
Oh my god, that cartoon that they made. That cartoon movie that we watched with the kids, it was so bad.
So bad. I don't like any of the new stuff. I only like.
But I did like the Addams Family movie because that came out when I was like a kid, and MC Hammer wrote the theme song for it.
Yes.
I was all about that movie.
No, I thought all this shit was garbage. I only liked that original TV show. But if Tim Burton
Jessica said, Big Fish is awesome. Read the book or listen to it, Bruce.
Oh, Jess. I'm sorry. Jess. I should read the book, but I love Tim Burton's take on it. I think it's genius. But a little while ago we talked about how Tim Burton is in contract with Netflix to make a TV show based on Addams Family, and they have their first casting. They have cast Jenna Ortega to be Wednesday. What do you think of this casting?
I think that it shall forever be. What was the girl in the movie?
Oh, that girl right there in the background.
Yes.
I don't know who her.
What's her name? Oh God, she was also in Casper the Friendly Ghost. I can't remember her name, but she was a good Wednesday, and she should be Wednesday forever. Also, James let you know that 1964 is when the Addams Family came out.
Thank you, James. I don't know. I think this is a decent casting. Wednesday usually is a pretty girl that they like make look weird.
Right.
And I think she's a very pretty girl that I think, with the right makeup, they can look her. She also looks like that girl from Yes Day that the kids just watched.
Oh, Jennifer Garner?
No, the little girl that was in it.
I didn't see the movie. I just know that
the kids just watched it today, like the second part of it, and that's when I put on Lost and Burn After. But I think this is a decent casting, and I got my fingers crossed. Tim Burton, please be Tim Burton that did like Big Fish and other things.
Also, thank you for reminding me. Yes, it is Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci. Yes. Oh God, who said that?
About 50 people.
Oh, 50. Well, that's another drink when Bruce can't think of a name or something.
Yeah.
It was technically Stephanie, but
Christina Ricci.
Babe,
wait. Before you go on, because there's been a lot of chat, and you don't let me say anything about chat anymore. I want to go back because Jessica told us that there was some art exhibit that Tim Burton did, and it was really cool. And apparently it sold out, which I thought was really cool.
No, he's done a couple of exhibits.
I did not know that.
Really cool.
And then a bunch of people named a bunch of stuff that Tim Burton did that they loved. I thought that was cool too.
Anything great? What are
Roscoe came in. You didn't
Roscoe, what's going on, man?
What was that?
I said Roscoe, what's going on?
But before that, you were asking me. Yeah, there was a bunch of movies. They said
just to
Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice, Batman 1989.
Beetlejuice is so good.
Beetlejuice is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's so good.
The mom from what's her name? Now I can't think of names. The mom from Schitt's Creek.
Yes.
Is the same mom from Beetlejuice.
And the Home Alone.
Winona Ryder.
His older stuff is amazing. It's just his recent stuff is fucking stupid.
Nightmare Before Christmas. People were all about it. But yes, you're correct. Herman Munster was the judge in My Cousin Vinny. Okay.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
I'm ending it on My Cousin Vinny.
So, you know very little about superhero comics, right?
I don't know anything. I read Powers of X and House of X, and then I didn't finish it because it was so fucking terrible. And I did start to read the Wolverine.
But you know who Flash is.
I know who he is.
Right. He's wearing that red suit. He's super fast.
Right.
So there's lots of Flashes.
I like the Flash because I like him from Deceased, where he runs through and then he kills Superman with his flash fingers. It's awesome.
So there's a character called Impulse. Impulse is a relative of the Flash, but it's from the future and he travels back to the past. And he's a really cool character. But I just want to show you. So there's the CW Flash TV show, right?
Yes.
And it's like decent, and then it's got worse and worse over time, just like all the CW shows. But check this image out. What do you think of this?
Oh my fucking God.
What do you think of this?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Did they hire high school students to make this image? Is this Photoshop 101? And did Comic Book Poser make this? Did he Photoshop a head onto this picture?
I think you did.
This is the level that we're at, people. This is what, and fucking people have watched this shit. Besides the fact that kid is fucking ridiculous looking. The face he's making, everything about the fucking outfit. He's got no fucking muscle tone. He's just one shape. He's a rectangle. He's a rectangle. Rectangles cannot be fast. They're not aerodynamic. This is stupid. Stupid.
I was so angry when I saw this image. I'm like, this is Impulse. They have a quick side by side here. Like, I don't care that he's like a little ethnic or whatnot. He looks stupid.
So dumb.
So stupid. Where's my mouse?
So dumb. Comics Explained, who's also here, hi Comics Explained, said Fart Allen, which is an appropriate name.
All right, so we talked about Arnold Schwarzenegger a little earlier in the show tonight. I thought it was hilarious. Stephanie also brought up multiple news items that we're going to talk later in the show, which was amazing. It seems like seeing the future. But Arnold Schwarzenegger, we talked about the show actually before. It's finally happening. There's an Arnold Schwarzenegger spy series, greenlit by Netflix. It was like in talks before. We talked about it. Now it's actually happening. So he's going to be a spy with his daughter, who's younger, but they don't get along.
Is his real daughter?
But they don't get along.
Is it his real daughter?
No.
Good, because fuck that bitch. Because she saw fucking Chris Pratt from Anna Faris, so fuck that bitch.
But yeah, so he's still acting at James. How old is Arnold Schwarzenegger? Because I don't fucking know.
Wait, I wanted to go back. Oh, Poser's pissed that I am shitting on his epic Photoshop abilities. And then Stephen Hainer said, "Get to the chopper," which is very Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can't hate on Arnold Schwarzenegger though, because he's like The Rock. Like he's just a good dude.
Oh no, he's a great.
Like he's like really supportive of other people, and he's really nice.
He's the governor of California for me.
That's a bad thing to say. Well, politicians are good people, so we should like him. They're fucking shitty human beings. That's not a good example of why he's a good person, but he is a good person. There's lots of stories about him being a good all-around person.
But he did cheat on his wife with his maid.
Listen, he
and had a
can't
kid
help.
with the maid.
His needs are not being met by his wife. All right.
You heard it here first.
Maid.
Stephanie approves of Schwarzenegger's cheating on his wife.
I'm just saying, sometimes you have needs and they're not met. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a movie star.
So Titans, it's a TV show that was on DC Universe for a while. I've watched season 1. I've watched most of season 2. I still have to finish that. I didn't see Slade come out, and also didn't see Robin turn into Nightwing. But season 3 is coming out. There's a cool little video down here. Sorry, where all the actors are excited to talk about the show coming out. It's actually airing in August, so if you guys are excited about Titans, it's right around the corner. I do think the show is worth watching. I watched season 1. I really enjoyed it. Season 2 was definitely great. I got caught up with other things and I missed it. Stephanie.
Oh my God. I didn't even know. First of all, I've been checking Hulu because I'm like, where the fuck is more Brooklyn Nine-Nine? And then Bruce sent me this trailer for the last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I like got goosebumps. I was so excited. I was like, 9-9! And I was so excited. I screamed with it.
So there's some first footage. If you guys just go to CW or CBR and type in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm sure this will come up. And yeah, it was really cool. I'm definitely gonna watch the last season with Stephanie.
He should watch all the other fucking seasons first.
She'll be pissed at me that I'm just gonna dive into this season, but
he has to know the characters. He
I
doesn't
don't.
even know the love story or how great Holt is and all of his zingers and his dry comedy.
I'm just gonna dive right in and I'm gonna enjoy this season for what it is. And if it at some point I find the time, she still hasn't finished Ozark season 1.
I didn't like it.
Ozark
I didn't
like
it.
Amazing.
So I didn't finish it for a reason. I wasn't like, oh, this is so good. I just don't have the time.
Such a good fucking show.
Stupid. It was like, okay, we
all
get
right.
it. No.
I mean, we're over time, but I'm going to continue going on news because there's some really good stuff. The Nanny TV show from like the 90s. You remember that? The Nanny?
Of course I do. I
Great.
love the fucking Nanny.
You love the fucking Nanny.
I fucking love the Nanny.
So the Nanny just hit HBO Max, and I guess millennials are finally they're at home, they're COVID. I don't know what to watch because I don't have any kids, and I watch
my brother
everything
just told me
on
he started
the fucking
rewatching
internet.
The Nanny, or that he just started watching that. My brother just told me he started watching The Nanny,
and like millennials are going insane over The Nanny, and there's buzz all around it. And I guess Fran Drescher, the girl who played the Nanny, or woman I should say, has been trying to like reboot it or get it going again, but there's actual buzz behind it now because of all the millennials watching it. Who do you think Fran Drescher thinks should take over the role of the Nanny?
Fran Drescher. She is the only one who can. You have to have that nasal voice to be.
Well, no. They're pushing
the Nanny.
They're pushing another person. I'm not gonna say the actress or the person, but take a guess.
Mila Kunis.
All right, you were so wrong. So Fran Drescher turns out to be an idiot because she thinks Cardi B is the only person who can play the nanny.
I mean, she is ragingly stupid and has a terrible, I don't even know, accents, whatever you want to call, however she speaks, but no.
She is all behind Cardi B. She thinks Cardi B is the only person who can do the show. Fucking dumb. I loved The Nanny. I thought it was a great show when I was a kid. My
also,
mom.
Perry is here and wants to know what The Nanny is. Of course you don't know what that is, Perry, because you're not up to the 90s version of television or movie shows yet. You're still trying to catch up on the 80s shit. So, of course, you don't know what The Nanny is. That's not surprising.
All right, so there's two other things I have to get to before we go to the trivia. I'm sorry, guys. I have to get to these before we go to trivia because I'll never come back. We talked about Turner Hooch before. There is this behind-the-scenes special. Like, I send it to Stephanie. I send her every single week a list of things she has to watch before this. I'm not going to play it. It's so fucking bad. I love this movie. Tom Hanks, this movie was amazing. They have this special down here, special look. They have this dog that looks exactly like it's a dog. But they show the first shot, they put like a camera on the back of this dog, and this dog runs off and it runs around into all the actors.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. This movie must be made for 4-year-olds. Is it made for 4-year-olds?
It's a TV show on. It's gonna be.
Is it made for 4-year-olds? Yeah, that is the only thing that makes any sense. They attach this video to a fucking dog. The dog would be the cutest part of it. Put it on the front of the fucking attach it to Josh from Drake and Josh. That would make more sense.
The funny thing is, if you know the hair of this dog, it's super short, but the hair of the dog that the camera's attached to is super long. So it's not even the dog that's in this picture. But they go up to the actor who's playing Turner. Such a fucking pussy. Tom Hanks is a man.
How does Bruce not know who Josh from Drake and Josh is? That's the real question.
I don't. And that's the real question. Terrible. I hate every second of it.
Also, David Andrews leaving. Say goodbye to him.
David Andrews. I love you.
Also, Cole is here.
Cole!
And Greg caught him up to the fact that I've been yelling at him all night. And that's right, Greg. You're still in timeout.
All right, so this is the last piece of news. Then we're going to do 7 questions of trivia. I'm so sorry I'm delaying it by 7 minutes, probably 10 minutes by the time we're done talking about this. But Stephanie, when we brought up Guardians of the Galaxy and Kevin Bacon, she says, I only will want to see him doing Tremors. Well, motherfuckers, he's trying to make Tremors happen. She does not read anything I put together for this show.
It's true.
She does not.
No preparation. I work best under pressure.
So she had no idea this was later in the show. And guys, Tremors is still trying to be made. But
a TV show, it's only good as a really shitty popcorn movie.
Well, he wants to make it exactly like the original, but a TV show. He's been pushing it for a while. He's reached out to multiple networks. He's been turned down by multiple networks. He wants to play the exact same character as the original movie, but as just new, now, in today. But there's also been sequels to this, and it's not been anything that Kevin Bacon's been part of because he's moved on. But he wants to do this. He wants to reprise his character, and I think that's awesome. So that's another reboot. So get your drinks.
Get your drum. Also, Comics Misexplained said it needs Reba McEntire, and I agree. Do you know that Reba McEntire made her own TV show?
She did?
Back in the early 2000s, I would say. So she was a single mom, and she had 2 daughters. I fucking loved the shit out of that show. It was cheesy, terrible television, CW type shows, but so good. I was all about that show.
All right, guys, there's 22 people still in chat. Don't leave. This is your time to shine. We have 7 questions left. Let's do it.
First person in chat to get an answer correct gets an entry into the end of the month giveaway, which is next week, people. You want to win some slabs and shit, y'all. So answer questions. Google shit quicker. Who was the writer of X-Men Days of Future Past?
Days of Future Past.
Also, Jessica and Flash Ray agrees. Reba McEntire's show was amazing. It was called Reba. That's correct. Comics Mix explained it. It was a great show. It was late 90s. I thought it was early 2000s. Omar Reyes Jr. Googled it faster than the rest of you mofos.
He definitely knew that.
He knew that off the top of his head, Bruce says. But I think he's just really good at Googling. What do you guys think? Chris Claremont. Two-Gun just said David Andrew again. He's going to keep saying David Andrew till one of them. Right.
That's true.
And then Comic Burrito keeps writing Daddy, which nobody gets that reference, Comic Burrito. You just sound like a weird psychopath who's got
Who was
daddy
the artist
issues.
in the first volume of Preacher?
This is the one I thought said Steve DeLeo.
Yes.
Steve DeLeo was a kid I went to high school with, and I read this and I'm like, Steve DeLeo!
Daddy Claremont. And this is the writer.
We're looking for the artist.
Artist, motherfuckers.
It's not Fabry or Garth Enos or Daddy. In Cole's defense, he is a weirdo. That is correct.
Greg, I'm so happy that you're on, man.
Daddy Burrito, Daddy Whack Comics. Also, no.
Oh, a comic poser, Dylan.
Comic book poser wants to win some more shit. He loves to win shit. Is he
Poser
out of
wins
timeout?
so
I
much
feel like
shit.
he's recently been out of timeout.
He's out of timeout.
He's out of timeout now. So he gets an entry.
I think he won the Something That's Killing the Children with Hasley 6 months ago.
How awesome was that prize? That had to be the best thing we've ever given away.
It has to be the best thing we give
That
away.
is definitely the best thing we've ever given away.
Besides
Where we got
the second resident prize, not the first resident prize, the second resident prize was pretty sweet.
Werther Daldera drew a custom Erica Slaughter drawing for us and then mailed it to us. And then we gave that away with
We get the
6
first
issues, eight issues.
And by the way, they were all minty fresh, and those things are going for hundreds and hundreds of dollars at this point.
Of Something Is Killing the Children.
So
As a giveaway, that was like one of our highest views of that night that we did it. And Comic Book Poser won it. And he tried to let me keep it for my birthday, and I would not have that shit.
I'll take the comics back at any point. Who is the who is the artist on the comic The Killing Joke? Did I do that twice?
Jessica says you're double fisting beers and you're gonna be hurting tomorrow. And you're right, Jessica. He
I did
is
do
really
that.
hurting.
I did it. Maybe I didn't remove it. But you guys get an extra entry.
Because it's the same fucking person. Beard Comic Bro. Greg said did this and then wrote the answer. Congratulations, Greg. You fucking watched the show for 10 minutes. Congratulations.
Beer Comic Bro. I was writing comic book poser. All right, so boy, BOI, boy.
Ow. That was weird as shit.
Sorry.
Okay, maybe Bruce removed the next question, or maybe he didn't. So hopefully you've been paying attention, because it might be the same question again.
We have 4 left. I don't think so. I'm doing a good job.
Do you? The more he drinks, the worse of a job he does.
I do an amazing job.
Is the writer
Is
slash
anyone-
artist of the first issue of Spawn.
Is anyone? Cole just said, "Is anyone drink or just me?"
I think everyone's drink with you, Cole.
Everyone's drink with you, Cole.
Drink. Somebody's got daddy issues villain. That is correct. Is it Todd McFarlane?
Yes.
Is it McFarlane? Greg got it first. Again, Greg, you just show up and steal the show. Well, guess what, Greg? You're in timeout. No, you're in timeout with Poser.
Question.
For one question, Greg, you can't answer the next shit. Hopefully it's like, who's the creator of the Bearded Comic Book channel? You can't answer.
It's me. I'm the creator.
Greg still got it. Greg was actually the person who won our comic book trivia show.
Oh, he is, yeah, and he's amazing at trivia. Who was the writer and artist of Amazing Fantasy number 15? This is like a flashback.
Comic said, I wish Greg wasn't here.
It's not Lee.
Is it Lee?
No.
It's not Lee.
Yeah, it's the other guy.
Is it
Ditko. Yes.
Stephen Hayner.
Hayner.
Who is the reigning champ of getting all the questions right, Greg? So take a seat, because Stephen Hayner's
Stephen
here.
Hayner's been wrecking the last couple of weeks.
Stephen Hayner's here, Greg. So Tyler wants to know, why is Greg here? And that's a good question. Why is Greg here? He must have heard
I
about
like when Greg's
Gimli.
here. Greg's a great dude.
Either you are a ride or die bitch, or you're not my bitch at all. So Greg's not ride or die.
Greg's busy. He's on every fucking channel on the
But
internet.
ours. Every channel but ours.
We don't find anyone.
We were
on
the
there.
first people to support you, Greg. I remember when you were only this tall.
Who was the artist on the comic Saga? I don't remember. Oh, this one. Who is the artist on the comic Saga?
Staples.
Who's the first one to say Staples?
Omar Reyes Jr.
Omar Reyes Jr.
Fiona Apple. Oh my God, how great was Fiona Apple
So great.
back in her day?
So great.
Fucking Fiona. I would listen to Fiona Apple all day with her. Like,
I don't know. Alanis Morissette. If you're going with that, Alanis Morissette was so much better.
Last Marset was also amazing.
Who was the original artist on the comic The Watchmen?
Omar Reyes Jr.
Omar Reyes Jr.
I'm not saying he got it right. I'm saying he was the artist. Do you know? Do you know who it is?
I thought I wrote it down.
Bruce doesn't even know. He doesn't even have a fucking answer.
I do.
I didn't see it.
Gibbons.
What is it?
Gibbons.
Like a gibbon monkey. Stephen Hayner again.
Is it really?
It is Stephen Hayner.
Yeah, David Gibbons. Gibbons.
Yeah, it was Stephen Hayner. Maybe to call that now he has to give away his daughter to the comic gods. I don't even know what that means.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the show. We did the news. Actually, let me check the news. Make sure there's anything else juicy.
Can we fucking talk about the Wonder Years reboot?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I want to fucking talk
Sure.
about.
All right.
Let's hear the rants about that. I've been ranting about it in my head all day.
All right, there's 22 people still in chat. If you guys want to stick around for this, so we talked about this a while ago. We knew they were rebooting it. Fred Savage, who was the original actor, was behind this. He's part of the producing team. He's part of making this happen. There was an original screen image showed of this family, who is the new Wonder Years family, and a trailer came out. First look trailer, and we watched it. And you go first.
Okay, first of all, that little kid looks just like Don Cheadle. They have Don Cheadle voicing him, and that kid could literally be Don Cheadle's child.
Probably
so
is.
good for them for picking someone very appropriate for Don Cheadle's voice. But fuck this shit. First of all, they're like, oh, a coming of age story, but retold the fucking Wonder Years. How many shows are a coming of age story? Every fucking show. Why do you have to call it the Wonder Years? Just make a show. It's a coming of age story and it's a fucking show. And I'll watch it. But you have to call it the Wonder Years and fucking slap it. It annoys the fucking shit out of me. They are doing nothing different, but they made him black this time. So now it's different. So we're going to call it a new show. It's insulting to black people. It's insulting to my intelligence. Fucking make it a new TV show. Why is it a reboot when it's just a different fucking person? But because he's not the same skin color as fucking Fred Savage, now and Fred Savage is making this. Fred Savage is on board with making this fucking garbage and calling you people stupid. Just like fucking money grab fucking comic books. Just fucking calling you stupid, shitting in your fucking hand, and then having you wipe it on your face. Stop wiping shit on your face.
So I watched it. I didn't get as heated as Stephanie. I did think, why are you making the same exact show again? I don't need to see the same exact show again. What's different about this show with the old show? I don't need to see the same show
But not only
again.
that show took place in like the 50s. It is relevant because of the time period that it was in. It makes sense for that. It is very relevant to the things he's experiencing and the things he's going through. Is it now going to still be taking place in like the 50s and 60s?
Did you see the clothing?
I understand that, but that's stupid. Stupid.
So Stephanie hates this. I don't know if it's the right thing to do. I don't know.
And the 50s and a black family, but there's not going to be a fucking bunch of racism in it, is it? But no, that's not very fucking real to life to what the fucking world was 60 years ago. Let's just pretend like it's the same fucking show. Insulting. You can ask Bruce. Nothing pisses me off more when people treat me like I'm stupid or disrespect me. And then I'm from here to here, and I'm going to fucking yell at you.
Answer Michael.
Does Stephanie conduct meetings at work? Yes, I do. Oh my God. I have yelled at engineers like that. There was off topic. This, you guys don't know, like, for me to explain what I do would be a very lengthy explanation, but basically we just build pumps. And there's these pumps that we have that the flow rate can be adjusted by the angle that the pump is at. And we have links that go in there. And then we had like a hex design link. And it keeps the links from falling apart. But they decided they don't want to have this hex design anymore. They don't like it. So they were talking about how the upper management team just doesn't like it. They don't understand how the hex design works and they don't want it. And that's, I went on like a rant about like, I'm like, you guys know the game the little kids have where it's like a bucket and they have shapes cut out on the top and the star goes in the star and the circle goes in the circle and the square goes in the square. I'm like, but upper management's sitting there like, hex doesn't go into circles, so I don't understand. And that's like the yelling that I did about how stupid the upper management team is at my job. They don't fucking understand that it needs to sit like that for gripping purposes. It's a press fit. It doesn't make any sense. It's two circles going inside of each other. The vibration from the motor is going to make them come apart. Okay, I'm done.
So, yeah. This has been Comics and Beer. You guys have been amazing tonight. We had a high of 27 viewers. That's epic. We are so close to 1,000. We're going to do something special for 1,000. I don't know what else to say. Tonight's been a great freaking night. Next week is end of the month giveaway, so tune in. If you guys got your entries, make sure you tune in. But we also do giveaways at 10:15, 10:30, 10:45. And do they have to have entries in already to win things at those times?
If you weren't here tonight, your life fucking sucks. Because it was all these last 3 weeks. This is next week's end of the month giveaway. So if you don't have fucking entries in, fucking too bad. Maybe you'll get a smaller prize on the 10:15, 10:30, and 10:45 hour. But it's like $20. It's not a $60 slab that Bruce keeps spending too much money on.
I have a good slab. It's an indie slab this week. Paired with the Thor slab and switched it up. It's a pretty good slab. I liked it. I found it.
Greg says, see you in 6 months. You know what, Greg? I hope you don't come back next week. Because if you
Love you,
win
Greg.
the slab, I'm not even fucking messaging you. And none of you better tell Greg that he won. Fuck you, Greg. Fuck, I'm not watching you and your wife fucking name comic book characters anymore. I'm not watching it anymore.
She watches it every
I'm not
week.
as of today, I'm not watching it anymore. Not watching it.
Got it with the giveaway, guys. So that's gonna do it for tonight's show, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a great show. We had a lot of people in chat tonight. Greg, thank you guys much for coming by. Perry Comics was in the house. What's he been? He said he's been here forever. Filling issues.
He's been here more than Greg.
Steve Heiner, Dugan, Page, Omar Reyes Jr. September 18th. It's in here now. 18th.
I have it on my phone.
Birthday.
I have it in my phone.
Comics
Everyone who
Missing
told me
Play.
their birthday is in their phone. If you want to have your birthday on my phone, message us on Instagram. I'll put it in there.
Doggy him. Show Doggy him real quick.
Oh. Greg is like not looking at us. He's like turning his head. He's like, this shit is ridiculous.
God damn it.
I don't want to be a part of this.
You guys are annoying.
Yes, he's turning his head. He's like, I can't even sleep with this. There's too much noise.
All right.
There's too much yelling.
But we're going to be out for real. Guys, thank you so much. It's been a great night.
Peace. I only love James. Fuck y'all.
You guys are motherfucking legends.
No.